Wrexham this season have struggled to defend set pieces.
Vitor Matos from behind the scenes at Liverpool to front and centre at Swansea City. A development coach at Anfield, a trusted lieutenant of Jurgen Klopp's. Now it's he calling the shots at Swansea. Phil Parkinson, Reds are keeping an eye on this. But here, right in the heart of it, it's Wrexham who launched the first ball forward, looking for the physical presence of Kiefer Moore.
Well, straight away, interesting to see, as you would if you...
Anusa. It's dropped here for Jan Vapotnik. Vapotnik just stepped into the crowd. And his effort at goal blocked. Now Kiefer Moore. It's a great pace and feel about this game already.
Isn't he? Vapotnik. Anusa does really well to pick him out. Wondered whether or not he should have took the strike. Once he had the first touch, decided to try and wriggle his way through, and credit Cleworth it was, got out and made a good block.
Yeah. Dobson looking to release Longman again. Timon trying to scurry back here. It's Longman, and it's into the back of his own net. It's Cameron Burgess. He knows that feeling. It happened to him twice against Ipswich Town, his former club, and it's happened to him again, this time in the Battle of Wales.
Oh, how's your look? I mean, look at the reaction. I mean, to concede one own goal in a season is maybe standard, two, pretty unusual, but three, this is incredible. But what a ball that is. Diagonal ball into the run of Longman. You kind of think he's overrun it, and he gets a more of a hopeful cross into an area here. Doesn't beat the first man, but Burgess, he just doesn't sort his feet out, can't get himself into the right position to head it clear, and then he just tries to get anything on it, maybe desperate not to let it get past him, and inadvertently into his own net. Tough.
Stamanic, Galbraith. Galbraith just spotting the run of Ronaldo. He picks out Ronaldo. Always a difficult angle, but he went for it and he couldn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, he's one of those players that he gets the blinkers on a lot and he shoots from literally anywhere and everywhere. It's going to take something pretty spectacular.
On top when these two meet in the league. Swansea's last league win against Wrexham 32 years ago, and that cuts deep here. But there's Jan Vapotnik. Vidal, it was dipping, and it's dealt with by Okonkwo.
Well, the first thing really for Arthur Okonkwo to deal with, it's a super effort, a really good technique, controlled strike. It is in that area where you would expect the goalkeeper to be able to tip that over. And it's the first real moment.
Putting it into the back of his own net. Wrexham started well. Swansea City have got a foothold in the contest, though, as the game has wore on. At the break in southwest Wales, it's Swansea City 0.
That Arthur Okonkwo had to make were both from long range.
Well, there's an opportunity maybe now, and it bounces wide in the end from Ronaldo, who has started out on the left where he ended the first half.
Careless here. Wrexham give the ball away. It's good work from Ronaldo. Just doesn't quite get the bend on the shot. You can see from here what he's trying to do, find that far corner. Not far away.
Thomason striding forward here. Vigarou's off his line. He was there to greet Thomason, and he's helped out by Ethan Galbraith.
Well, for all of their endeavour in the first half, Swansea, and the amount of shots they had, there's only really the Cameron Burgess chance that falls into this category here. He does really well, Vigarou. He's out quick, just gets there just in time to thwart Thomason.
about £18 million in terms of what they've invested in the team in the summer, as Anusa tries to latch onto that. Okonkwo is there and makes firm contact, and firm enough contact with the ball.
Oh, that's a nearly moment. He's hurt himself here. In Okonkwo starts coming, stops, and then goes again, and does enough. The goalkeeper gets plenty of the ball. That's a nearly moment for Swansea.
Yeah, really good, intelligent run there by Zidane Anusa, and it was almost timed to perfection. Stamanic with the cross, Burgess waiting, and Longman gets Thomason, I should say, gets a flick on that at the far post, but Swansea have a corner.
Yeah, criticised them in the first half for not getting the crosses in when they had the opportunity. They did this time, and look what nearly happens when you get the crosses in with quality. It comes off, well, not one but two Wrexham heads in the end.
Meanwhile, Wrexham are hunting for a second here. It's dropped right on top of Vigouroux and beyond him.
He swings this in. It's lots of benches.
Hyam once again steps in for Wrexham. Oh, and that's loose. There's Ben Sheaf. As Wrexham look to close in for another, and they don't make the most of that across the face of goal from Windass.
Yeah, Kiefer Moore is really disappointed. He felt that Josh Windass should have been feeding that in, but Cameron Burgess breathing a huge sigh of relief, because this is really sloppy. And he gets robbed, and look at Kiefer Moore's position there. You can see he wants that ball.
Ronald back on the right side now for Swansea City. It's Stamanic, and it swings away from goal.
Oh, we're right behind this. He actually gets too much curl on the ball, which you can't really criticise him for. It's a wonderful effort, so close to a brilliant equaliser. Just the spin takes the ball away. They're getting closer.
Likes to drive Swansea forward from that central midfield position. Gonzalo Franco. Ethan Galbraith. It's Galbraith! It took a nick.
Yeah, all of a sudden Wrexham, they've become a little bit passive. I'm sure for Phil Parkinson's liking here, this game being played in the Wrexham half.
And of course they'll have quite a few players coming back to fitness as well, which will add a freshness to the Wrexham squad in the second half of the season. Ronald drives that ball in for Potnick, deflected, and that's a stroke of luck that Swansea City were desperate for. They get their leveller, they hit back, and it's all to play for in the final 20 minutes in this Battle of Wales.
Well, I don't think anybody can say that they haven't deserved an equaliser. Wrexham have just been way too passive. Pretty much from halfway through the first half, in truth. Again, Ronald gets this ball into an area. It's a lovely spin by the Potnick. And you talk about how cruel it was for Cameron Burgess. This could be cruel for Dominic Hyam, because it might go down as an own goal, this. Either way, Swansea don't care. Big slice of luck. Game on.
Well, Jan Vopotnik forcing the issue, but the decisive touch of Hyam. So long, thanks to that Cameron Burgess own goal, and then Vopotnik responding. Marko Stamanic withdrawn as Jay Fulton comes on for Swansea City. Jay Fulton, who's seen most things around here, and also going off Gonzalo Frank. There's Broadhead driving at Swansea. Kiefer Moore's up there with him. It's Broadhead, and that deflects behind.
Well, heart-in-mouth moment here, because once Nathan Broadhead manages to manipulate this all the way inside, alarm bells are ringing. Burgess, really important intervention.
The signal from Ethan Galbraith. Okonkwo tempted off his line. He's got underneath it. He's having to race back now. And race back he does. Then he's dropped it. And he is punished. And Avida is there to possibly win this game for Swansea City. Arthur Okonkwo dropped it like it was hot. Swansea strike again. Welsh City by the sea rises up to rejoice.
Well, let's go through the goals tonight. An own goal, a debatable deflection, and an absolute howler. And you kind of felt that was the only way Swansea were going to score. Really, they barely created anything really meaningful, but they don't care, and they've kept going. And I said about 5 minutes ago, they were the ones looking the most likely, but Arthur Okonkwo has been brilliant this season, but he will not want to see that again. It is a gift. It's Christmas come early, and Swansea, well, they needed this. They really did. It's a huge mess from a Wrexham perspective, and once again it's points dropped from winning positions. Terrible habit, has to stop.
What is going on at that end of the pitch? Incredible.